As a district, we're dedicated to innovative learning for all. Over the years, education has changed tremendously, as it should, to meet the changing needs of students, society, the workforce, and the world. Hello, I'm Dr. Julie Mitchell, and I'm the proud superintendent of the Roland Unified School District, where we educate students from preschool through adulthood. As you take a glimpse into the journey of learning at our classrooms, I think you may be surprised to see the changes and how the Roland Unified School District is transforming student learning and achievement. I assure you, our classrooms look very different from what you or I experienced growing up.
You know, when I was a kid, we would sit in rows. The teacher would be up front, and the students were all quietly listening to the teacher, and the teacher was sort of this disseminator of knowledge.
We all did the same exact workbook pages at the same exact time.
As I remember when I was in 7th grade, our research project consisted of going, to the library and going to the card catalog and go to the bookshelf, pull out the encyclopedia, and that was sort of your source of information.
I can still remember classrooms where the teacher was very much a lecturer. Today that has gradually been changing. It's because of different expectations we have of students. Today we expect students to be more critical thinkers. We expect them to work, collaborate and work with others. We expect them to be creative, and we definitely want to foster them to be better communicators.
Well, ideally, a classroom of today has much more student talk and less teacher talk.
The teacher is very much more a facilitator, a mediator of thinking, and so because of that, the configurations in the rooms have changed. We have students sitting in teams.
And now kids don't need the teacher to be the center of knowledge. The smartest person in the room sometimes is the entire room, and we need to gather that collective wisdom to push our kids further.
In addition to maintaining our strong emphasis and commitment to the core academics of reading, writing, and math, Roland Unified is transforming our schools. This transformation is taking place through the hard work and dedication of our remarkable employees, who ignite student learning with the help of personalized, innovative educational technology, accelerating student learning and opportunities.
If we're really going to prepare kids for their future, we need to shift our instructional system to give them the skills for that future. Those skills, for example, are problem solving and collaboration, that 21st century skill set where they can create new industries, where they can cure diseases, where they can solve problems. You see, our jobs as schools is to prepare our kids for their world ahead.
When I start working with a teacher, I'll always ask the question, what do you want your students to be able to do? So it's not about making our teachers better so much as making our students more successful.
There are just so many amazing educators that are willing to go above and beyond to participate in all kinds of different professional development.
And I really think this new way of learning prepares students for that global society where they're going to be working with people from all over the world. We're really creating strong citizens that understand what a global community means.
Pen, paper, and chalkboards, the traditional tools used for learning, have made way for the digital world. Today, the student's learning experience pops off the screen. It's dynamic and interactive, creating a higher level of engagement and enthusiasm to learn and explore. As Roland Unified expands the use of technology in our classrooms, it's important to note that these changes are not about the device. It's about the learning. Each day, our dedicated educators provide rigorous learning opportunities focused on challenging students and preparing them for their future as we expand anytime, anywhere learning.
Now students have, mobile technology, and they have all the information at their fingertips.
And so we might have students using an iPad, and on that iPad they might be working on some sort of presentation of what they've learned. Perhaps they are looking at additional research to back up the claims they have.
Kids are excited to come to school and learn and interact with their friends, with their teachers. They know that they're going to be working on something that's meaningful and relevant to them. We're working towards each student has either an iPad or a Chromebook that they're able to use. And it's not for playing games, it's really to enhance their learning experience.
And you go into classrooms now in Roland, and students are talking, they're interacting, they're working together, they're collaborating.
Students not only collaborate verbally, but also digitally by using Google Docs and other tools where they create a document, share it, and collaborate with one another, coming up with ideas together, participating in real-world experiences, and expanding opportunities for their learning and achievement.
So when we start off, we look at the assignment, and if sometimes we don't understand the assignment, we ask our questions.
We first go on Schoology. You just write a comment, then you post it. It sends a message to everyone in the classroom.
If we're at home, then we can comment, and then we can share our comments, and somebody can answer it.
Do you need any help? Then I'll put yes in it.
It's so important because it makes learning easier, more fun, and it's faster to do stuff than on paper.
It allows us to collaborate, and if Jacobin has a question and Kylie has a question, maybe I can answer it, or if they could help me answer a question instead of getting the answer wrong, we can help each other by collaborating.
Learning now extends well beyond the walls of our classrooms and opens doors for our students to communicate with other students and experts literally around the world. Technology allows them to learn in new ways.
A great example of this was a third grade classroom in our district. The students were working on a science project about endangered species. They had a lot of questions, so their teacher connected with a marine biologist via Skype. The students were able to interact in real time and get the answers they needed. Our classrooms today have no barriers when it comes to connecting to the world to gather information.
Giving our students the tools, which reach beyond the four walls of a classroom, allows our students to research, communicate, and learn in a modern way. Additionally, our teachers encourage students to be creative and collaborate with one another, motivating them to think critically and creatively.
The Creativity Lab is a problem-solving space where kids are taking everyday objects and using them to build and create something that solves some kind of a problem. They take the objects that may not look like they're going to solve this problem, but by their conversations, their interactions, their creativity, their thinking out loud with each other, they're able to solve problems.
We're not afraid to try new things, and we practice what we preach. We ask our children to take risks, to ask questions, to be different. As a district, we are doing that.
This is where 21st century learning is happening. Roland Unified is at the forefront of everything that's good in education. Robotics is a rapidly expanding program available to our students beginning in the early elementary grades and expanding through high school. Learning to code, program robots, and problem solve challenges our students to think differently and prepares them for careers that haven't even been created yet.
Robotics has been a program that has started at several of the middle schools and some of the elementary schools, giving them the opportunity to participate in academic competitions.
The students are actually building and programming a robot, and they'll program it to complete different missions. They actually get to select which missions they want to work on.
Roland Unified has always been committed to developing a well-rounded student. With innovative learning for all as our primary focus, that learning takes place not only in academics, but also through the arts and athletics. Our academic program is very strong in the core subjects of English, math, science, and history, but also in the areas of technology, engineering, and career technical education. Our strong academic focus is coupled with robust visual and performing arts programs. Unique to Roland Unified is that every student in grades 1 through 6 participates in music education as part of their regular school day. By offering academic programs and exposing students to college and career industries, combined with the arts and athletics, our students are prepared for their future.
I think it's really important, and I know Roland does a very good job of this, is focusing on the whole child. The social, emotional sides of things is one aspect to it, but also not leaving behind the arts and the music and those different types of pieces, because many of our kids, they come to school for band, they come to school for chorus, they come to school so in art class they can create.
So students are taking classes that are unconventional, so they have their math and science, but they could also challenge themselves and be in architecture, engineering, biomedical, business.
The future is here, and never before is that more a reality than when you see what our young minds of today are creating and the impact they have on the world. The shop class of yesterday has been transformed into the architectural, engineering, and design class of today. It still has drafting tables and jigsaws, but also has computers, advanced software, and 3D printers. Students are designing, creating, and developing things that make a difference in people's lives.
In this class, we're planning to make prosthetic arms that will help people like in developing countries that can't afford actual metal prosthetic arms. The feeling to be able to help someone in need, like with something that you did, it's amazing. Your only boundary is your imagination. With these machines, you can create anything you can think of. Roland has helped me get the skills I need to be able to get a leg up on other people.
If you look at what industry leaders are looking for, they're looking for people that can communicate, can work with others, they can be creative.
Who wants to bring me their book? Bring me your book, let me read it.
From a student's very first day in a kindergarten classroom, our district is preparing children for success. We create a college-going culture, starting with our youngest learners opening their mind to possibilities that they themselves may not be able to imagine. Carlos Lopez, a 2016 graduate, was one of those students who did not have the confidence or vision that he would finish high school, much less attend college. From a young age, he planned to follow in his father's footsteps by making a living as a gardener. However, as the result of dedicated educators planting seeds of opportunity and options, a much different story unfolded.
My goals started to change when I was in middle school. My goal was probably to finish high school, and then maybe after that, started working with my dad in gardening services. I feel very prepared in life now because of my education. All these programs from the Roland Unified School District definitely helped me a lot, especially for middle school, moving on towards high school. Definitely prepares me for college. I'm glad to say that I'm attending Cal Poly Pomona, which I'm going to be studying international business.
The students enrolled in the Roland Unified School District are amazing. They are excited and motivated to learn, to try new things, and prepare themselves for the future. As a school district, we are dedicated to doing whatever is necessary, whatever is possible, to prepare our students for success. Each and every student deserves our very best, and nothing less will do.
Roland is absolutely one of those districts that nationwide is doing an incredible job when it comes to creating opportunities for kids that would not be possible through the use of technology, through new teaching methods. You see, not every district is like that.
And so it doesn't matter what corner of the school district you might attend, you're going to have some really amazing educational experiences.
We are being innovative, we are being progressive, we are truly ahead of the game. There are things that we're doing that I don't see very many other districts doing. I wish we learned this way when I was a child.
We have the capacity to really change teachers' practices and change students' lives.
I am 100% confident that when the students leave Roland Unified School District, they will be prepared for their next step in life.
The Roland Unified School District, dedicated to making a difference for every student, every day.